Yo, what's up, fam? What's going on, everybody? This is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams. We live in the building. You know what I mean? We finna get it in today. We finna get it started, get it in. Man, I really enjoyed that live yesterday, especially when a lot of people, what's my main man name? Kid Stacy. I think Kid Stacy he called in from the UK. So I really want to do a lot of this stuff. Pretty much drop the link in and let everybody get in and just speak their piece as much as we can. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited, man, today, man, about I want to address a lot of the stuff that Bob Arum said as it relates to Terence Crawford. You guys know I mess with Terence Crawford heavy. You know what I mean? But I try not to be. I don't even shoot a lot of videos on Terence Crawford myself, so I need to start shooting some more because there really wasn't anything that's really going on with him as it relates to who he's going to fight. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how I do it, and that's why. New Money DMG, what's up, fam? We got to let everybody, give everybody time to roll in. You know what I mean? CH4LO, what's going on, brother? What's going on with you? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, yesterday live was pretty good, man, especially when other people, was calling in and stuff, man. So I really appreciate that, man. We're going to do that. We're going to try to do that again today. I'm going to drop a link. So anybody want to come on board, just go ahead. Hey, listen, CH4LO, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but let me drop it. Let me drop it right here, right quick. This is my Instagram, guys. Hold on for me. Let me remove you first. And let me go ahead and drop the Instagram. Yeah, so that was my Instagram. So if you need me to put it up again, I will do it again. That's pretty much how you can follow me on Instagram. That's Coach Malachi Williams. I'm going to do it one more time. And then, of course, when more people come in, I'll do it again because a lot of people always ask me, man, what's your Instagram? What's your Instagram? So it's at Coach Malachi Williams. Let me do it one more time. Yeah, so that's it, man. That's how you get in contact with me on Instagram at Coach Malachi Williams. Double E Herbalist. What's going on, fam? What's up, brother? H-Town in the building, man. Hey, listen, man. I love Houston, man. Houston is a pretty much a lit city, man. I felt bad for you guys when the hurricane came through and that flood. The hurricane came through. You guys been getting kind of like a little bad luck with the hurricanes and stuff. You know what I mean? So. Me, I'm down here in Florida. I'm in South Florida in Miami, so I know exactly, what you're going through as it relates to that. But, we kind of used to it. I just felt bad for Houston, what you guys went through. King Kong, what's up, fam? Shelton Moore, what's going on, brother? What's going on with you? Let's see. Ron Boy Fresh, what's good? What's good, brother? What's good? Say what's good, Slim. Hey, man, what's going on with you, brother? Let's see. Definitely, Coach, going to follow you on IG. I was asking yesterday. Yeah, you know what? And I forgot to drop it. That was CH4LO. That was my fault, brother. You did ask yesterday, and a couple other people asked, and I forgot to drop it. I didn't upload it. When I stream, I use this software called Stream Deck. Not Stream Deck, but I use I forgot what the hell I'm using. StreamYard. Sorry about that. StreamYard. So you can normally upload it and then just show it to everybody on the screen. So that was my fault. I didn't have it uploaded yesterday. Instead of me typing it in the chat, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to post it on the screen from here on out. And that's what I would do. So, yeah, man, but I really appreciate that, man. Yesterday was pretty good. It was pretty good, man, because I really like to hear other people's, opinions and different perspectives. And you know me, man, I try not to be one-sided or biased. I try to hear both sides. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna share a CH4LO. I'm gonna share something with you, brother. Tell me what you think about this. Hold on, Mr. Agnes. Peace, fam. What's going on with you? Yeah, what's going on with you, fam? In Bloom, what's up, fam? What's up? Listen, CH4LO. What I try to do is this here, man. Like, what's going on like within the boxing community. The boxing community is very, very small on YouTube, right? So when you have one group that I call the Alphabet Boys, the issue is, and Kurt DeVille, shout out to Kurt DeVille Boxing because he did address this today. He's kind of late on it. He probably didn't even want to talk about it. But we're going to talk about Terence Crawford. We're going to talk about Tyson Fury, what's going on. I hear Tyson Fury is looking real, real good in the gym. As a matter of fact, this brother right here Adam Beanie Smith actually said that check. He wanted me to check out Joseph Parker's Instagram post. Tyson looks like he's in great shape. Yeah, he looked like he was in great shape. He looked like he was in great shape in the IFL TV interview at the MTK Global event. So I know he's in shape. So it just D-Town Blaster. Hey Leroy.
Super chat received.
Shout out for the super chat fam. Shout out for the 2 super chat fam. What's going on with your D-Town Blaster, man? You've been representing to the fullest, man, since day one, man. So I really appreciate that. As a matter of fact, let me get this microphone close enough so you guys can hear me. Yeah, man. Who do you think Bud will fight? Yeah, and more. Honestly, that's a tough one. It's gonna be out of Terence Crawford. Sorry about that. I'm talking about Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford gonna fight himself. It's gonna be out of Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. You know, either way, that's gonna be a great fight. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna give you guys the narrative. Right now. Ron Boy Fresh. You know, I call them Colt members. Slim. Yeah. Absolutely. I look at it like that too. But before I lose track, peace, Mr. Agnes. CH4LO, let me ask you a question. This is what happened, guys. When you have a group, a conglomerate of people, different channels, right? Let's say, and I kind of experienced this a little. Well, I haven't experienced it, and I'm not going to experience it because I had a close call. I'm not going to experience this at all. When you like click up with different YouTube channels, and then you guys form this one big group, as though you are a monolithic think group, meaning we all think alike, we all move in the same accord, and all that stuff there. As soon as one guy says something contrary to what the group believes or what the group thinks, or the leader of that group, prime example, the Alphabet Boys. You know, they had Jabba the Hutt, you know, 7 Sports. He is the leader. He's the one that put together the LDBC, right? And everybody has to fall in line with him. As soon as one guy, like Fanon or whatever, fell out with them or they did something that they didn't like, they put him out. That's the downfall. And Kurt addressed this today. So shout out to Kurt DeVille Boxing. I wasn't even going to talk about that, but I don't want to address this. I don't feel sorry for Fanon at all, to be honest with you. I don't like neither one of them dudes. I don't like none of them. And Drew the Midget, I can't stand that dude. So you know how I feel about that. But that's what happens. So I almost had I almost had something similar like that happen to me. And I'm like, nah, man, you know what I mean? So if you don't get along with this one person and if I affiliate with this person that you don't get along with, now all of a sudden you the bad guy. You see what I'm saying? So, everybody needs to do their own thing. You know what I mean? I'm not a part of no cliques, none of that. I don't have a problem with anybody, really, to be honest with you. I'm gonna speak my mind, say what I have to say, but that's what happens, CH4LO. When you follow a cult, as though all of us are a monolithic think group. A monolith is when everybody's supposed to think alike and we just one organization and we move like the board, and, we move as one and stuff like that. No. Because I'm a very opinionated person. So if I don't agree with what the group is thinking of, or if you beefing with someone else that has nothing to do with me, your beef is your beef. It's not my beef. You can't sit back and say, hey, because I don't like this guy, me and this guy had a run-in, now, you need to beef with him too. No, it doesn't work that way. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, but that's what's going on. But yeah, man, listen, as it relates to the boxing news, let's see, King Kong, what's going on? King, what you say on Bud versus Virgil Ortiz or Bud versus Keith Thurman? I don't mind who he gets. Because Bud would beat both of them all day. Yeah, Keith Thurman is a real good fighter. I think Keith Thurman, he's very athletic. I think he would give Terence Crawford a lot of problems. But I think Terence Crawford will make the adjustments. I also think that Terence Crawford would give Keith Thurman a lot of problems. Manny Pacquiao, I think he'll watch Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao didn't want to fight Terence Crawford when they was on the same promotion, when they was on the same team with Top Rank. So, Manny Pacquiao stayed far away from Terence Crawford. Understandably so. He should have. Even Freddie Roach said that stylistically that would have been terrible. And Bob Arum said also that, he was the one that killed that fight with Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao because he didn't want to see Manny Pacquiao get hurt. He didn't want to see that. So I understand that. You know what I mean? He didn't want to see him get hurt. So, Terence Crawford has that mean streak in him. So, but I would love to see Terence Crawford fight Manny Pacquiao. He's a legend. Just to get that name on his resume, since people on the other side of the street, that on the PBC, certain fighters, well, we're really just one fighter saying that, yeah, you're on the other side of the street, but Sean Porter's on the other side of the street, and he crosses over and wants to fight Terence Crawford. But this one guy that's supposed to that has 2 belts over there, he's on the other side of the street now. You see what I'm saying? So it's amazing how, and if this, and let's say Terence Crawford, the announcement that's going to happen this week, because Bob Arum did say that it's going to be a joint announcement. Let's say Terence Crawford was to fight Keith Thurman. That goes to show you that what Errol Spence was saying and the Alphabet Boys were saying, that Bud should have never signed with Top Rank. I mean, I've never seen guys worried so much about who another fighter signs with from a promotional standpoint. Like, bro, when have you ever heard of some fight fans? Oh man, you boxing with Don King, and this fight can't happen because you're on the wrong side of the street. Like, these dudes is pushing they are pushing a narrative that whether you like Bob Arum or not, Bob Arum is a legend in the boxing, in the world of boxing. Some of the biggest fights that we have ever seen from some of our famous favorite fighters came through two promotional companies. It came through Top Rank, which was Bob Arum, and it came through Don King Promotions. So whether you like it or not, some of the greatest fights that we have ever seen and some of the greatest fighters were affiliated with these 2 promotional companies. Now, and hell, even Al Heyman even worked with these promotional companies before he started the PBC. He was over there working with De La Hoya. So, I mean, bro, just cut it out. Like, please, I'm not saying he was working for De La Hoya. I'm saying he was, working in some capacity with them as an advisory and stuff like that. There was a lot of stuff going on before Al Heyman formed the PBC. And a lot of those fighters that was with the PBC were on Golden Boys, were with De La Hoya. And then when Al Heyman formed his company, he ended up taking a lot of those fighters to come to the PBC. So that's what happened. So what I'm saying is, I've never seen fans, bro. I've never seen fans, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and shout out to my Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to you, fam, for the super chat. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and post that right now, brother. Let me post that right now. Put that on the screen right now. Ron Boy Fresh, looking out for the super chat, fam. What do you say? Bud need to go to 54 for male, because that's the only credit that they would give him. And all the welterweights got built-in excuses. Hey, what do you say? You say they got built-in excuses if he wins. He said they got built-in excuses. Hey man, hey Ron Boy Fresh, man. Shout out again, man, for the super chat. Hey man, hey, that's a good one, man. I'm mad I didn't get that. Hey, Ron Boy Fresh, you're right though. They got built-in excuses. But listen, listen, to prove what you're saying is factual, check this out. I was doing some research, right, before I want to talk about this topic about Tyson Fury, Wilder, Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, right? Because he's going to fight one of those 2 fighters, either Manny Pacquiao or Keith Thurman. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Please remind me so I don't forget, because a lot of times I get ahead of myself. But that's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to tell you why. Because, I'm looking at the chats, what the fanboys were saying in some of these Alphabet Boys channels. So when it was rumored that Errol Spence was going to get the Pacquiao fight, you heard all of the Alphabet Boys. Yeah, Errol Spence is going to get the Pacquiao fight. What is Crawford going to do? And this and that. And, Errol Spence is the big fish. He's the cash cow and this and that. But Errol Spence is worth $8 million net worth. And Terence Crawford has a net worth of $8 million. He the cash cow. But how in the hell, when he's only doing his last pay-per-view was 250,000 buys with Danny Garcia? His highest was 360 with Mikey Garcia, without the pandemic. So Mikey Garcia, from Mikey Garcia to Danny Garcia, that's $110,000 on 110,000 pay-per-view buys that was less, that was minus. You see what I'm saying? He went from 360 to 250. And it's not like it was him by himself. These other fighters who he is fighting help bring those crowds as well. And let me tell you something, bro. I've been watching boxing a long time. Anything under 500,000 is a flop. But they changed the narrative when it comes to this guy, Errol Spence. So my point is this here. When Errol Spence was rumored to fight Manny Pacquiao, they talked about Bud is on the outside. He's on the wrong team and all of this stuff there. He's on the other side of the street. And now that if they're saying that if Terence Crawford ends up fighting Manny Pacquiao, now the fanboys in the chats were saying, oh man, don't nobody want to see that fight. Manny Pacquiao too old. So when Terence Crawford fights some Ron Boy Fresh, he's too old. When Errol Spence is rumored to fight him, it's a total different narrative. You know, Terence Crawford need to wake up. He need to come to his senses and realize he's on the wrong side of the street. Realize he need to take whatever Errol offers him. Realize that he needs to bow down and submit to what Errol tells him to do and he doesn't have a good resume. And Errol Spence has a better resume than Terence Crawford. No, he doesn't. And I went through this already. You know what I mean? From a boxing standpoint, from a career standpoint, he doesn't. The man been champion in 3 different weight divisions, and he's been undisputed at 140 pounds. Now, Errol Spence has never been undisputed. He's only been champion at welterweight, right? And he's fighting in-house fighters. So he did beat Kell Brook. I can't take that from him. You know what I mean? So when he beat Kell Brook, that was a damn good feature that what he did. You know what I mean? But when Terence Crawford fight Kell Brook, Kell Brook was damaged goods. You know, and Errol had no beat him already. You see what I'm saying? So anything that Crawford does, they're not going to give him credit because they don't like him. And what I want you to understand, Ron Boy Fresh, is this. When somebody doesn't like you, and I'm pretty sure you've been through this in your life, right? When somebody doesn't like you, there's nothing that you can do to make them like you. So it goes right back to what you're saying. They're going to have built-in excuses. Now, Crawford, in my opinion, he don't need to go up to 154. I think he's going to get these fights at 47. I really do. The Errol Spence fight, yeah, he need to move on from that because, you know, go ahead and move on. He big fish. He this, he that. He listening to the LDBC. So apparently, you know, Errol Spence has one thing in common with Wilder. It seems like both of them listen to the LDBC. You see what I'm saying? Because they go to believe in his foolishness. So, you know, but let's say Terence Crawford fights Keith Thurman, right? Keith Thurman is on the other side of the street. So how come that fight was able to be made? Let's say Terence Crawford fights Sean Porter, because Sean Porter is on the other side of the street too. So you're trying to tell me that these two guys are willing to fight Terence Crawford, even though he's on the other side of the street with top rank, but this one guy is in protective custody when it comes to Terence Crawford, because this guy said he's on the other side of the street. We don't deal with Bob. Well, how come the other PBC fighters deal with Bob? How come Wilder deals with Bob Arum? How come Al Heyman deals with Bob Arum to make the Wilder and Fury fight? He's on the other side of the street. Do you see what I'm saying? So these guys, like you say, they have built-in excuses. You hit the nail right on the head, man. Wait a minute, man. We got another super chat in the building. New Money DMG, man. New Money DMG. Good looking out for the super chat, fam. Let me go ahead and post what you got. Let me go ahead and post what you got up here, brother. What do you say? You say, Coach, I think Dillian White should fight the winner of Joyce versus Usyk. What do you think about it? Hey, New Money DMG, I think that'll be a good fight. You see what I'm saying? Dillian White, I'm going to be honest with you. I got to be all the way 100 with you. Dillian White did look kind of sloppy against Povetkin. I'm not going to lie. He did look kind of sloppy, but he got the job done. Now, if he fights Joe Joyce, I kind of like Dillian White. Joe Joyce is big and strong, though. But Dillian White is 6'4", so he's not a small guy himself. You know what, man? I think that'd be a tough one. I would favor Dillian White. I would favor Dillian White, man. I'm not going to lie, because Joe Joyce is slow, but Joe Joyce is strong and powerful. He's a big guy. But Dillian White can crack. He's a big guy as well. So I think that'll be – I don't know. I think Dillian White is faster than Joe Joyce. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion. So, you know what, man? That's a toss-up to me, man. That's really a toss-up. Like, I can make – fuck it. I'm going to go with Dillian White. I'm going to just go with Dillian White, man. I'm going to go with Dillian White. Because I've seen more Dillian White fights than Joe Joyce's fights, even though I did like what he did against Dubois. But I'll go with Dillian White on that. Now, as it relates to Dillian White versus Usyk dances around the ring a lot. And he has to, because these heavyweights are not the cruiserweights that he's used to fighting. These heavyweights hit hard and they're strong. So Usyk is going to have to be on his bicycle, the whole time fighting Dillian White. Will Dillian White be able to cut the ring off against him? Can he outbox Usyk? I think he can probably break him down. I don't think there's nothing Usyk can hit Dillian White with that can really hurt him. Hand speed, I'll probably give it to Usyk. Maybe footwork, I'll probably give it to Usyk. I seen when Usyk fought David Chisora, and Chisora had rocked him a couple of times, but then he had rocked Chisora a couple of times as well. So yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, man. I'm not big on Usyk. I'm not gonna lie. I was big on him when he was a cruiserweight, but at heavyweight, he there's nothing special about him at heavyweight, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but there's nothing special about Usyk at heavyweight. At cruiserweight, absolutely. At heavyweight, he's just too small. He don't have the power that he had, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So that's just how I look at it, New Money DMG. You know what I mean? But I'll go with Dillian White, man. I like Dillian White. I really do. I like Dillian White. All right, King Kong, what do you say? LDBC stands for Ludicrous Delusional. Okay, Balls Crew. Okay, Mad Dog H. What do you say? Thurman won't take the Bud fight without a tune-up. I don't know. We're gonna find out what the announcement is. I hope it's we're gonna find out what the announcement is. It's either gonna be Terence. I don't know, man. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. About that Mad Dog. Thurman hasn't been fighting in 2 years, so he need money. So he probably don't want to tune up. He probably I just want to jump right in and fight him, especially if you need the money. You know what I mean? And it's going to be either Thurman or Pacquiao, because Bob said it's going to be a big announcement. So it's either going to be Thurman or Pacquiao. That's what it's going to be. One of the two. Now you say Bud versus Virgil Ortiz. I like Bud versus Virgil Ortiz. I like that. You know what I mean? I would like that. But the only thing is the fam, like it's like my man Ron Boy Fresh says. If he fights Virgil Ortiz and beat him and annihilates him, then they're gonna say, "Oh, you ain't fought nobody. He wasn't ready." And then if he fights Manny Pacquiao, "Oh, Manny Pacquiao was too old." And then if he fights and beats Keith Thurman, "Oh, Keith Thurman was inactive." They are going to. This is what happens when people have their biases and they don't like you. You see what I'm saying? If they don't like you, there's nothing you can do to please them. That's why you shouldn't worry about that. Adam, what do you say? You say that probably explains why Fanon going by his real name now, since he got kicked out. Yeah, I think his real name is I forgot what his real name, Martin or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's why you can't be rolling with these clicks, man. I heard Fanny slipped up and said Earn with Hearn. So that joker was from Milwaukee, got upset. Oh, so the joker from Milwaukee. Oh, he got upset when he said Earn. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why you can't be a part of no clique or conglomerate of people in the boxing community. I would never form I would be cool. I would go on other people's shows and I would invite people to come on my show, but we're not going to form this clique together, because what's going to happen is this: as soon as I disagree with you, it's going to be a problem. And that's what's going on. So, yeah, Coach, I seen Kurt cover this and I agree with him. Problem with that is, as you say, everyone got their own opinion. And if one person gets out of line, there's a problem. Totally agree. Yeah. And that's what it is, man. CH4LO. That's exactly what it is. That's what's going on. Let's see. Adam, imagine that. Yeah, man. So, no one is, we're not a monolithic group of people. You see what I'm saying? Everybody are individuals and they have their own thought processes, and we all see things differently. So you can't sit back and say, hey, we're going to form this group and we're going to move as a unit. And when you want to make certain moves, you got to get permission from Jabba the Hutt, aka 7A Sports TV. And if you say something that's out of pocket, out of line, we're gonna have to check you. Like, these dudes are some fake gangsters, man. Like, these are some keyboard and these guys are like, I'm 47, right? So some of these guys are probably older than me, and some of these guys are a little younger than me, but they look older than me. Because these guys are younger, some of them are younger than me, but they look old as hell. You know what I mean? So it's a joke, bro. It's really a joke. But back to the topic at hand. Let's see. Thurman versus Crawford is a fan-friendly fight. Yeah, I agree with that. It's cold in the winter. Yeah, I agree with that, man. I agree with that totally, man. I would love to see that fight, because I like to see Terence Crawford fight. I would like to see him. Fight. Some more better competition. And the PBC, they tried to freeze him out. Keith Thurman didn't want to fight him when he first came in the welterweight division 3 years ago. In my opinion, that was the best time to get Bud when he first came into the welterweight division. That was the best time to jump on him. Now he's been in the welterweight division for 3 years. I think, man, that he's gonna be a problem for any one of those guys over there. You know what I mean? I really do. Now, I get it. You know what I mean? Boston Jedi, aka the Junkyard Dog. Salute my brother. Hey, salute Toby, man. What's going on, brother? Salute to you, fam. Let's see. Craig, you know, matter of fact, we say Craig Finch demanding a fighter walks out of a promotional contract to sign, you know, for sign with one that he doesn't want to sign with you, or you won't fight me. It's just, oh, brother, hey, Craig, you hit that right on the head. Like these guys are like, oh yeah, listen, he should have. Why he re-signed with Top Rank? Top Rank paid him $4.5 million a fight, guaranteed. You see what I'm saying? Those fighters ain't making that kind of money over there at the PBC. You know, there's a few of them that is. You know, of course, the cash cow in the PBC, the one who makes the most money is Deontay Wilder, right? And then you might have, as a matter of fact, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's go to their website. Let's go to the PBC website. I'm gonna show you guys something, man. I want to show you guys something, man. I might go to their website. Let me see if that's Premier Boxing. Yeah, I think it's Premier Boxing. Cause I want to show you guys. As a matter of fact, no, I have it right here, guys. The PBC guys has 146 fighters. They have 146 fighters, right? They have 146 fighters, right? So out of 146 fighters, there are only a handful, and I would say maybe even 10 that's really making millions. When I say millions, I'm talking about like 2 million, 3 million. That's it. The two Charlo brothers, right? The two twins, the Charlos, Wilder, Spence, Thurman, Adrian Broner, Thurman, Adrian Broner, Mikey. I think Mikey Garcia is over there too. Mikey Garcia. Let me see. I have my folder right here, guys. I had notes because I meant to shoot a video about this a long time ago, but I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna just say this, put this in the cut because you know there was so many. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go, right here. Check this out. Now they have 22 star fighters, 22 stars, and this is to back up what you're saying. This is to back up what you're saying, Ron Boy Fresh and Craig Finch. This is to back up what you're saying. They have 146 fighters. I'm pretty sure you guys didn't know this. And out of the 146 fighters, they have David Benavidez. So I guess he would be considered a star. They have Caleb Plant. They have Adrian Broner. We went over to Charlos. They have Tank Davis, right? Even though Tank is with Floyd, but they have Tank Davis. They have Sergey Derevyanchenko, right? They have Robert Easter. They have Chris Eubank Jr. They have Javier Fortuna. These are the stars. The stars that's supposed to be over there. Gamboa, you know what I mean? Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia has not beat an elite welterweight since he's been in the welterweight division. He lost to Spence. He lost to Thurman. He lost to Sean Porter. He hasn't beat anybody. So he's not an elite fighter. He was good at 140, but at 147, he hasn't been an elite fighter at all. You know, and that just, you know, I'm just saying he hasn't beat anybody. He hasn't beat any star top welterweight since he's been in the welterweight division. And that's not a knock on Danny Garcia. I mean, I'm just stating the facts. You know what I mean? Let's see. Mikey Garcia. They have him. They have Tony Harrison, right? They have Jared Hurd, Daniel Jacobs. But I think Daniel Jacobs, yeah, he's with PBC, but he's also with Eddie Hearn. Now Daniel Jacobs is getting the money because he's with Eddie Hearn. They have Josecito Lopez, right? Manny Pacquiao's not with the PBC. He was on a two fight contract. That's why he fought Adrian Broner, then he fought Keith Thurman. He was on a 2-fight contract. They have Caleb Plant, Sean Porter, Regis Prograis. They have Rigondeaux, which he's nobody really. Andy Ruiz, Gary Russell Jr., Errol Spence. They have Ugas, Julian J. Rock Williams, and Deontay Wilder. Now that's 22 fighters that are their stars out of 146 fighters. So when you hear, hey man, you got to come to the PBC, they getting all of this money, that's not true. So you're trying to tell me all 146 fighters that's on the PBC making millions of dollars? No, they're not. They're not making that. Oh, wait till I shoot this other video, then I'm gonna break down what everybody's making. Because I'm gonna debunk this myth that, hey, if you sign with the PBC, you know, this gonna be life-changing money and you're gonna make millions. That's not true. That's not true at all, bro. It's not true at all. So let me go ahead and let me just go ahead and correct, get in contact, not get in contact, but look at some of these questions. Adam, what do you say? I started watching a lot of the LDBC channels because they kept saying Pac was scared to face Spence, when the truth was he was busy taking pictures with Jerry Jones in the ring. Yeah, you know, man, listen, man, these guys are all in with Errol Spence. And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, just come out and say we all in with them. You know what I mean? I don't even have a problem with that. But the thing is, you know, when they do their analysis, they try to bring it as though they are unbiased and we are not subjective. We are as constructive as possible. And I'm not constructive, but objective. You know, and I'm very objective. You know what I mean? I even, you know, I'm objective. I try to look at it from both sides. You know, even with Terence Crawford, like I feel like he needs to fight Sean Porter. I want to see Terence Crawford fight Sean Porter, but Sean Porter needs to activate his mandatory clause. You know, if you are the mandatory for the WBO strap, activate the mandatory clause. That'll stop all of that. But until you activate the mandatory clause, you know, forget the talk, it's just talking. You know what I mean? So let's see. Tony Barlett told okay. Let's see. Bottom line. What you say? Sheldon Moore. Bottom line is Bud needs Errol. Errol needs Bud for their careers to be legit. Now I won't say for their careers to be legit. If Bud gets Manny Pacquiao and if he fights Terence and if he fights Keith Thurman, you know, because I can't disregard what Errol Spence has done so far. He fought a lightweight in Mikey Garcia. I don't care what you say about the name. Mikey Garcia is a lightweight. He's not a welterweight. He moved up 2 weight classes to fight you. So I don't even count that. You know, the welterweights he beat were legit. He beat Kell Brook. He beat Sean Porter. And he beat Danny Garcia. So, Mikey Garcia was a lightweight. I mean, so I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it. Because if Mikey Garcia would have moved up and fought fought Terence Crawford first, I'm pretty sure these same channels and a lot of these fight fans would be like, oh, man, Mikey Garcia was a lightweight. He ain't beat no true welterweight. So, depending on which side of the team side of the fence you're on, that's how they spin the narrative. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, Sheldon Moore, I think they need to fight each other. I definitely agree with that. But I agree with Bud. You've been chasing this guy for 3 years. When you came, listen, I remember it like it was yesterday. When the guy came in the welterweight division, Terence Crawford 3 years ago, you know, he said, listen, man, I want to fight, you know, Errol Spence, I want to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman said Keith Thurman said he haven't fought anybody yet. You know what I mean? And then Errol Spence was like, man, you ain't fought nobody yet. You need to get a belt. And then he gets the belt. He beats Jeff Horn in his first fight. Well, Jeff Horn wasn't nobody. Who was Jeff Horn? Okay, but you said I need to get a belt. I got a belt. Y'all remember that when Errol Spence and Terence Crawford was face to face with each other, and then Errol Spence said, "Hey, listen, well, why would I go? Why would I fight you? Why don't I just take the easy route and take that belt from Sean Porter?" And then Bud Crawford was like, "Yeah, you a real smart man. You real smart." You see what I'm saying? That was 3 years ago. 3 years later, we hearing big fish, wrong side of the street, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, or whatever. We hearing all you need to leave Bob Arum and then the fight can happen. We are hearing all of these 3 years now. 3 years. So I tried to look at it from Errol Smith's side of the view, right? And I tried to look at it from the LDBC point of view. But I kept coming back to this guy been saying the same different things for 3 years. 3 years? Come on, man. Come on. And you can't say, because he on the wrong side of the street, PBC don't work with Top Rank. That's a lie. You got Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury. You see what I'm saying? You have a lot of fights. Sean Porter's trying to fight Terence Crawford, but he won't activate his mandatory clause. You know, Keith Thurman called out Terence Crawford, want to fight him. So you didn't hear none of those guys say, oh, you're on the wrong side of the street. But when it comes to this one fighter, he's on the, now all of a sudden it's all these different excuses. And the fact that the fact of the matter is that's just what it is. It's this one fighter that says you're on the wrong side of the street. But PBC fighters fight top ranked fighters all the time. As a matter of fact, that's another topic I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna put down a list. I'm gonna prove this to you guys. You know, as a matter of fact, you guys gonna see me do this on the spot. You know, how many fighters from the PBC have fought top ranked fighters in the past 3 years? And I'm gonna break that down. When I show you this, it's gonna blow your mind because now it's gonna blow that whole narrative up. Me, I'm all about blowing up the narrative. You say you're on the wrong side of the street. We don't deal with Bob Arum. Okay, if PBC as a promotional company doesn't deal with Bob Arum, I'm going to show you all of the fighters from the PBC that have fought top-ranked fighters within the past 3 years. I'm going to show you guys this here. And when I show it to you, what are you going to say then? You see what I'm saying? What is these fanboys going to say then? You see what I'm saying? So how many PBC fighters, writing it right now as we doing this live, you know, have fought You know what I mean? I'm doing it right now. Top ranked fighters. when I break this down, guys, listen, one thing about me, man, you know, I do research because I'm a registered journalist with United States Press Agency. When I'm gonna go get it. Now, I may not have access to a lot of these different promoters and different fighters and trainers that come on the channel as of yet, understandably so, because I just started out in January. So I gotta build, up a little bit more, and we will be at 10,000 before the year is over with. So I do understand that, and I get that. But my point is, I'm trying to debunk the narrative, because the narrative is if Bud is on the wrong side of the street and PBC don't fight top ranked fighters because he's on the wrong side of the street, how come you have a bunch of PBC fighters that fight top ranked fighters right now to this day? And I'm gonna show it to you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come with the receipts, because I know some people in the chat may be like, no, that's not true. I will come with the receipts. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna do the research for you. I'm gonna give you the fights. I'm gonna give you the dates, and then I'm gonna see who has to say what. You see what I'm saying? Why is Keith Thurman trying to fight Crawford? Why is other people? You know what I mean? Now, Mikey Garcia even said, yeah, once you leave Bob Arum, we can fight. But come on, man. I mean, Mikey with that foolishness too, but Mikey don't want to fight no Terence Crawford. Aaron Smith beat you for 12 rounds, and if you fight Terence Crawford, it's two things gonna happen if Mikey Garcia fights Terence Crawford. He gonna get knocked out, or they gonna throw the towel in. That's the only way I see that happen. Knockout, or the towel's gonna get thrown in. Either way it go, it's gonna be ugly for him. All right, so let's see. What do you say, King Kong? Crawford versus Spence won't happen until at least 2023. I don't think it'll happen at all. I think Bud is through with that. You've been chasing the guy for 3 years, so I'll be through with that too. Okay, I magically created a formula with pay-per-view with 75,000 pay-per-view buys is the break-even point. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't have anything bad to say about Al Heyman, because I've been knowing about Al Heyman a long time ago, even from the 80s. I remember because he was a promoter, and I remember he used to throw. He promoted the Michael Jackson. The Jacksons tour. In '84 and stuff like that. And when they came together, I think it was the Destiny album. So Al Heyman he goes way back in the music industry. So he's a good guy. But I'm saying some of these fighters, they acting like divas. They want to be Floyd Mayweather with $8 million net worths. You can't be Floyd Mayweather. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you're on the wrong side of the street. I'm the A side. Everybody's trying to bite Floyd, but you don't have Floyd credentials. You haven't fought the Hall of Famers that Floyd has fought. You haven't put in the work that Floyd has put in. You see what I'm saying? These guys in the PBC, they go to the clubs and get drunk and start drinking. You see what I'm saying? They don't take the sport serious like that. Not all of the guys from the PBC. I'm saying some of these quote unquote marquee guys who say they big fish and say they big fish. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't even got to say his name. Turpentine, what he say? If Terrence gets a good manager, all the A-side, B-side stuff will stop. Nah, it ain't even that. Bo Mack is a good manager, but the thing is these fighters, it's not even the managers, it's the fighters. If the fighter doesn't want to fight you, put it this way, it has nothing to do with the manager. If the fighter says you have to get a belt and then I'll fight you, you get a belt. And then that same fighter says you haven't fought anybody, right? And then you try to fight these guys and they keep saying the same thing. And then that fighter says, oh, well, you're on the wrong side of the street. That has nothing to do with managers. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, Turpentine, I don't agree with that. Coach, he hear that Crawford and talks with Pacquiao in June in Dubai. Listen, it's going to be either Pacquiao or Keith Thurman. If he lands that fight, bro, I'm telling you, hey, Michael, check this out, fam. I've been on their channel looking at the comments because I had to do my research, after that interview. After that interview that Barbershop Talks had with Top Rank, Barbershop Talks had with Bob Arum, I said, let me look at these comments. Don't you know these fools, these LDBC fanboys were saying that we do not want to see Terence Crawford fight Pacquiao because Pacquiao's too old. He won't get no credit for that. And then they turned around and said, we don't want to see him fight Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman has been inactive. We're not going to get him credit for that. So this is proof that no matter what you do, these guys will not like you. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. But if Errol Spence was going to fight Manny Pacquiao, Errol is doing big things, and they'll use that as a dig against Terence Crawford. This is what these guys do, fam. Hey, man,
Hey, Leroy.
got another super chat in the building.
Received.
Playtime's over.
Bunny Badass, what's going on, fam? What do you say, brother? Tim Bradley said that there wasn't no side of the street. Then turned around and said Top Rank don't do business with PBC. The reason he ain't fighting Spence. I don't think either is Duncan. It's the managers. Yeah, listen, Bunny Badass. I do not agree with what Tim Bradley said. Again, Bunny Badass, check this out, brother. I'm going to shoot a video debunking that Top Rank PBC does not do business with Top Rank. It's false. Last time I checked, Tyson Fury was Top Rank. Deontay Wilder was PBC. How did that fight happen twice? Explain that to me. Riddle me that. You see what I'm saying? And I have some more examples, but I don't want to go off the cuff, with memory, just say the wrong thing on this live. I'm going to do the research, and the next video I'm going to shoot, I'm going to show you guys to debunk this myth that Top Rank and PBC do not do business together. Do not do business together. It's a lie. It's not true. When I show it to you, I promise you it's going to blow your mind. You see what I'm saying? These guys don't do research. They just be capping. All of this stuff started with Errol Spence. Because these guys are capping for Errol Spence, they created this narrative in their community that this is true. It's a lie. It's not true. And I'm going to show it to you. When I drop the video, fam, on Bunny Badass, just please be on the lookout, fam, because I'm going to drop the video. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to do it tomorrow. When we go live tomorrow, that's what I'm going to drop. I'm going to drop that. And I'm going to prove to you that that is a lie. I'm going to prove to you that it's a lie. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, shout out to Bunny Badass for the super chat, fam. I really appreciate that, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, bro, it's a lie. Like Top Rank fighters and PBC fighters, they work together. They fight each other all the time. Now it might not be the marquee names that you know of, but PBC has 146 fighters in different weight divisions. You see what I'm saying? All of them not fighting each other. Hell, Top Rank, PBC even fights fighters on the Eddie Hearn stable. They even fights fighters on the Frank Warren stable. You know what I mean? But you'll never know this because a lot of these fighters, you don't even know that, they were different companies and stuff like that. You don't even know that. You see what I'm saying? But I'm going to shoot the video, guys. I promise you guys. I give you guys my word. I'm going to drop the video. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow live. When we go live, I'm going to come with the receipts to show you guys that that's not true. It's not true. PBC and Top Rank fighters do fight each other. And there's no other side of the street and I'm Big Fish and 60-40 and 70-30. It's none of that. I'm telling you, it's a myth that was created by Spence. Spence started all this, and the LDBC fanboys jumped on it. And that's the way I see it. You see what I'm saying? Now we can argue about whether Errol Spence is the A side and all of this stuff there. I never heard A side until Floyd Mayweather started that. Do you notice everybody's trying to use not everybody, one fighter is trying to use Floyd Mayweather talking points, but not Floyd Mayweather. You're not Floyd Mayweather. You have an $8 million net worth. Terence Crawford has an $8 million net worth. So you have just as much money as this guy. This is the same community, guys, that said that Errol Spence was the new cash cow. He outsold Canelo Alvarez. This is proof that he is the new big cash cow in boxing. But Canelo Alvarez is worth $150 million. And this guy who's the cash cow is worth $8 million. Tell me, does that make sense? Like, make that make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, my GED education tells me $150 million, is bigger than $8 million. But this guy who's worth $150 million, who makes a whole lot of goddamn more money than the little guy that's from Dallas, Texas, that has an $8 million net worth. He's, some tell me that this guy's more of a cash cow than the guy worth $8 million. But in the alphabet boy world, that's something totally different. Like a perfect example, Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders. That fight is sold out. Fast, quick, fast, and hurry. It's going to be 70,000 people, pack that stadium in Dallas, Texas. 70,000. 70. Spence never sold that arena on Dallas Stadium out with 70,000. Never. You see what I'm saying? But he's bigger than Canelo Alvarez now. Come on, man. Like, bro, I can't make this up. This is what these alphabet boy channels have videos that they have dropped. I'm not making this up. I'm not banging on them. I'm telling you, I'm taking what they are saying. Paul CS, what do you say? Heyman fighters always seem to grow a backbone when there's nothing to risk. Won't risk, especially in 47, 60. It's real curious. Wilder was the only one risking something, and he's and he's the money pit. Yeah, listen, all the stuff I say about Deontay Wilder was, he stepped. Well, he didn't fight Anthony Joshua, and he did fight a bunch of bums, but I have to give Wilder credit. He did fight Fury twice. In my opinion, he lost the first fight as well, and we know he lost the second fight. But what I'm saying is, Deontay Wilder is the one that makes the most money, for the PBC. Period. No fighter makes more money than Deontay Wilder on at the PBC. You see what I'm saying? Now, minus Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao is not a PBC fighter. He signed a 2-fight deal with PBC. That was it. You see what I'm saying? So, and if he was a PBC fighter, tell me why you have certain PBC fighters that's not fighting each other. Because they make it seem like that when you're with the PBC, everybody fight each other, and this is why Terence Crawford need to leave. Okay, well, Gary Russell Jr. can't get fights with other PBC fighters. I.e., that's why we see Gary Russell fight once every year and a half. Why Gary Russell Jr. can't get fights with other PBC fighters? Like, make sense to me, man. You see what I'm saying? He can't get fights with other PBC fighters. So I don't want to be jumping around, but it's crazy, man. Tony Barlett, what do you say? Chris Eubank Jr. isn't with the PBC now. He's with Sutherland. Okay. Hey, thanks for putting me up on that. He's earning some big money now. Hey, Toby. Hey, thanks for putting me up on that, fam. I was looking at some. Apparently, the PBC have not updated their roster of people. So because they still show Manny Pacquiao as a PBC fighter, and he's not. Manny Pacquiao is not. He has his own promotional company. You see what I'm saying? So, but anyways, let me go ahead and we got some more super chats.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Let's see. Let me get to these super chats. Follow Bond. Yeah, good looking out for the super chat, fam. Good looking out for the super chat. Keep up the good work, coach. Yeah, yes, sir, I will. Follow Bond, I will. Thanks for the super chat, fam. What else we got? Bunny Badass, what's going on, brother? Good looking out for the super chat, fam. So who do you feel will be winning between Pacquiao versus Crawford? I'm putting for Pacquiao by KO if he's looking like he was against Thurman fight. Bud Chin is suspect. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a diehard Terence Crawford fan. So I'm pulling for Terence Crawford. And just like you feel like Pacquiao would beat Terence Crawford by KO, I feel like that Terence Crawford would beat Manny Pacquiao by KO. You know what I mean? So, but I love to see that fight. I really do. That to me, Bunny Badass, that fight should have happened when Manny Pacquiao was at top rank. But Freddie Roach said that he did not want Pacquiao to fight Crawford because he felt like Crawford was too much for him. He said something of that sort. I'm just paraphrasing. But Bob Arum said that he was the one that killed that fight. He did not want Manny Pacquiao to fight Terence Crawford because Manny Pacquiao was his friend, and he didn't want Manny Pacquiao to get hurt. That's what Bob Arum said, like literally word for word. So, but who knows if them two fight each other? I'm pulling for Crawford, and I know you're pulling for Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao is a legend, in my opinion. Manny Pacquiao shouldn't really fight Crawford. He's 40-something years old now. I'm 47, and Manny Pacquiao is probably like 4 years younger than me. He's probably 42, 43 years old. So if he's 43, he's 4 years younger than me. If he's 42, he's 5 years younger than me. He don't need to prove anything. His Manny Pacquiao is a legend in the sport of boxing. His legacy is cemented, and the cement is dry. He don't need to fight anybody. He don't need to prove anything. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it, Bunny Badass, in my opinion. Manny Pacquiao he didn't have to fight Keith Thurman. He didn't have to fight Adrian Broner. He didn't have to fight neither one of those guys. But Manny Pacquiao was, he still want to be in the mix. But he's a surefire Hall of Famer. I love Manny Pacquiao. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. I would never say anything bad about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has accomplished more in the sport of boxing than a lot of fighters that's boxing today. You see what I'm saying? He's a legend. And if he fights again, I think that, if he fights Terence Crawford, I think that Terence Crawford will stop him, in my opinion. But I think that'll be a good fight. Let's see. Yeah, but Spence charges more for his tickets. Yeah, okay, but listen, but Gusto, Spence charges more for his tickets. What does he charge for his tickets, fam? Canelo Alvarez tickets is sold out. Canelo Alvarez fam is if you're trying to make an argument for Spence being the cash cow, As a matter of fact, Gusto, CB4. Hey, that was my favorite movie, man, CB4. One of them. I got another video. As a matter of fact, I want to write that down too. I'm doing this for the pro LDBC and pro PBC fighters fan base. Because I'm gonna come with numbers and receipts. That's what I'm gonna come with. I'm not coming with feelings and emotions. I'm gonna come with what the live gate is doing. I'm gonna come with what the ticket sales, and I'm gonna come with what the boxers' net worth is, what they're bringing in and what they're making. And I'm gonna do that to prove a point. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna do that right now. Errol Spence is the cash cow. Cash cow of the welterweight division. I'm not saying this is going to be the title, but I made this so to let me know what my research should be about. See, with this one, I'm gonna break it down. Because anything less than 500,000 pay-per-view buys is a flop. Terence Crawford is a terrible draw. And that's my favorite fighter. Terence Crawford is a terrible draw in pay-per-view. He did terrible numbers. He did worse suspense. So I'm not making an argument saying that Terence Crawford is his big draw either, because he's not. You know what I mean? He's not. And I'm just being honest with you. Has nothing to do with his skills, but he's not. What do you say on Diallo Huggy? They want to age Crawford out. Yeah, but I think Crawford will probably retire before he get to that point. I think Crawford is probably going to do maybe like 2 or 3 more fights, and he's probably going to be done anyways. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing else. There will be nothing else for him to do. Peter Barnos, what do you say? Canelo stays busy. Man, Canelo is the truth. Canelo is the truth. When you go to trying to compare Errol Spence to Canelo Alvarez, that's when I think that you're joking. When you go to saying, oh, well, Canelo, he did terrible with Rocky Fielding. And he did. But Errol Spence outsold Canelo by 2,000 or 3,000. That proves he's the new cash cow. No, it doesn't. Canelo Alvarez fought Rocky Fielding, someone that no one ever heard of. So that means that wasn't a demand from the fans for that fight. That's all that means. But if you look at anything Canelo Alvarez has done, and Canelo Alvarez is younger than Errol Spence. Canelo is 30 years old. If you look at anything Canelo Alvarez has done, for you to be so delusional to even say that, I get it. You love Errol Spence. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you go to saying crazy stuff like, he's the new cash cow and he's bigger than Canelo and he's outdoing numbers bigger than Canelo based on one event, and this guy's worth $8 million. And I broke this down. I'm going to break down all his sales from his pay-per-view. That's what I'm going to do. Write that down too. Break down sales from pay-per-view. I'm going to do the research for you. I promise you that. I'm going to do the research for you. Break down sales from pay-per-view. And what you fail to realize is this, what about the other fighter who's Errol Spence is fighting? That fighter didn't contribute to fans coming to the place. That fighter didn't contribute. So basically, he just did it by himself. You see what I'm saying? But don't worry about that, guys. Trust me. I'm coming with the receipts, man. When I break it down, I'm gonna break it down like nobody in the boxing community. Whether it's and I'm giving these guys information on topics to cover. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? But basically, I'm gonna do it like no one has done it in the sport of boxing from a content creator standpoint. That's how I'm gonna break it down, and I'm gonna get it off public record and show you, because all this information is public record. There's nothing I'm going to make up. I'm going to go directly to the primary source. Again, in journalism, we're taught that when you quote sources, you find out who is the primary source, meaning where did it originate from? You see what I'm saying? You don't go off of secondhand information. I'm not going to say, well, Fanon said this and Jabba the Hutt said that and Blue said this and this guy said that. And I'm going to go to the primary source of information, right? And I'm going to show you the numbers, and I'm going to share it with you on the screen so you can see it. You guys are really giving me, it's easy for me to do it though, but you're making me really, you're really making me dig deep. You're really giving me some good topics to cover. So anyway, we got some more super chats in the building.
Hey, Leroy!
YouTube School of Boxing. Canelo did more than 1 million pay-per-view buys with Triple G and more than 30 million live gates. 30 million live gates. Listen, you know what? YouTube School Boxing. Don't say those numbers. You're speaking too many facts. Don't tell that to the PBC, not the PBC, the LDBC fanboys. You're speaking too many facts. Their fanboys don't understand this. because they don't do research. They believe what they're being told from the alphabet boys. This is the problem. They don't do any reading. They don't do any research. That's the problem. I'm gonna come with the receipts. I'm gonna come with the receipts. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm going to do. So when I finish, that's what it's going to be. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, I promise you, bro. This is going to be too easy for me. Okay.
Hey,
Bunny Badass, what's up, fam?
Super
If it ain't Pacquiao, Canelo, or AJ, you ain't getting no bread. The same with Haney is supposed to be the number one welterweight. No, Haney is a lightweight. I think he's a lightweight. It's clearly Tio, then Tank. I don't see Haney beating Lomo either. Yeah, Bunny Badass, man. Good looking out for the super chat again, fam. What is it called? All right, no, you cannot right now. I asked you what you wanted earlier, so just wait. I'm asking Naya. Yeah, so what I did. Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but Pacquiao, Canelo, AJ. Yeah, and that's it. Those are the three top highest paid fighters in boxing, and then there's everybody else under that. You see what I'm saying? And I think the second highest paid will probably be Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. They'll be up under Canelo, Pacquiao, and AJ. You see what I'm saying? And that's it. Those are the top 5 fighters that's making the most money in boxing. Canelo number 1, Anthony Joshua number 2. Well, Anthony Joshua did make $80 million on one fight against Ruiz, $80 or $85 million. But outside, that's a lot of damn money. But that's a lot of money. But outside of that, I say Canelo, AJ, or AJ, Canelo, however you want to twist it. Canelo, AJ, Manny Pacquiao. Up under them would be Tyson Fury. Well, up under them would be Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury because they made the most money together. They needed each other in order to make that 20, 25 million that they made in the second fight. And then there's everybody else. And that, I'm just being honest with you. Then there's everybody else. So, and that's just facts. But I'm gonna break all of that down. I have to, fam, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, Bunny Badass. I have to break that down. You see what I'm saying? But as it relates to Devin Haney is number 1 lightweight. Teofimo Lopez is clearly the number 1 lightweight. And I like Devin Haney, but Teofimo is a bad boy. He's a bad boy. And I think if they fight, if Teo and David Haney fight each other, I think Teo. Let me see. I'll even go out on a limb on this here. I think Teo would probably either stop him. I think he'll stop him. You know what I mean? Teofimo Lopez is strong, man. He's strong. That dude can crack, bro. He can crack. And I like Devin Haney. Devin Haney is one of my favorite fighters. But, hey, man, I'm not, I'm just being honest with Teofimo Lopez is the real deal. I know he beat the man that everybody was, you see how he beat Teofimo Lopez. I mean, how he beat Lomachenko. See how he did that, and then Tank is a draw. And then we know Tank is a draw. Everywhere Tank go at, he's selling out venues. So, I mean, cut it out. Errol Spence is not a bigger draw than Tank Davis. Tank Davis sell out he's selling out venues, full to capacity. That can easily be argued. But I'm gonna do the research on that, right? Because I said it, but let me do the research on that and I'll be able to confirm it. I'm gonna get on this tonight. I promise you that. Tonight I'm getting on this. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, good looking out for the super chat on Bunny Badass. Good looking out for the super chat.
Hey, Leroy!
All right, let's see what we got.
Received.
Playtime's over, boy.
All right, let's see who else we got here. Craig Finch, what do you say? They released more tickets for Spence a fight than they did. What's wrong? All right. Yes, it's got a knot in it. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My son want me trying to get something to eat. You had ice cream. We got to get ready to go to your karate class in a minute. So I'm gonna be on this about another 20 minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So if Arrow is the cash cow, then that makes Porter and Mikey the cash cow because they got. Hold on, wait a minute. They released more tickets for Spence fight than they did for Canelo fight in just one fight. And that's what the Alphabet Boys use as proof is Spence being the new face of. Oh man, bro. Hey, listen, Craig Finch, you see how crazy that is, bro? Do you see how crazy that is? Like, when people want to come with something to to fit their narrative, when they want to find something to fit their narrative, they'll do anything. They pull for straws. They're pulling straws in order to find something to fit their narrative. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy, bro, what they do. And this is what they do. You know what I mean? So let's see. So what do you say on Ron Boy Fresh? What do you say? So if Errol's the cash cow, then that makes Porter and Mikey the cash cow because they got 50-50 splits. Notice, hey, Ron Boy Fresh, you hit the nail right on the head. Notice how they forget to mention that. Notice how they forget that, okay, yeah, Errol did, they say Errol did 360. No, Errol and Mikey did 360. 360,000. No. Why are you getting two bagels? Hold on, guys. Hold on. You don't need two. This one right here. Look, and you split it open. See? You don't need two bagels. I asked you, did you want something to eat before? You say no, you want ice cream. Get some ideas. I'm busy. Tell her I said to come do it. All right, guys. Sorry about that. You know how these kids are. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, man. So I mean, exactly. You know, they act like Errol walked in the building and he just sold 360 by himself. Mikey Garcia is Mexican American. Last time I checked, they fought in Texas. Last time I checked, Texas has a huge Mexican fan base. Last time I checked, and 360,000 pay-per-view buys. I'm pretty sure a lot of that was from Mikey Garcia. I can prove it. I'm gonna prove my point because when Errol fought Sean Porter, what happened? He regressed. He went from 360,000 pay-per-view buys fighting Mikey Garcia, who was a lightweight, to 300,000 pay-per-view buys with Sean Porter. So what happened to the other 60,000? Like, explain that to me. You know what I mean? And then when he fought Danny Garcia, he did 250,000 pay-per-view buys. So what happened with that? You see what I'm saying? The big fish. And I'm not knocking Errol Spence. He's a great fighter. But the big fish, it's not making sense. You see what I'm saying? So come on, man. I mean, cut it out. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. But listen. The next video that I'm going to do, it's going to be the debunk. I'm going to debunk everything with facts and numbers. I'm going to look at the pay-per-view numbers, the buys, the live gate, how much money was generated, and when you see this presentation that I'm going to put together, we're going to see who is who. We're going to see who is who at the end of the day. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so they released more tickets. Okay, let me see. Let me look at some more. Let's look at some more. See what we have. See what we have here. I want to make sure I address everybody. All right, let's go ahead. Craig Finch, what do you say? If Crawford accepted any crap split Spence offered, it would move from money to another problem. Yeah, I agree with that. It's always going to be something different. It's always going to be something different. It's going to be they always moving the goalposts. It's like my main man said, what's my main man name? He just Ron Boy Fresh said they have built-in excuses. They have built-in excuses. You see what I'm saying? So if Crawford say I'll take the 60-40 split, then it's gonna be something else. You know what I mean? Well, you're still on the other side of the street. You still ain't fought nobody. Your resume ain't big enough. You know, yada yada yada. It's gonna be a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. You see what I'm saying? So it's always going to be a problem. So but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm gonna prove it though. I'm gonna prove it though. Hold on. Let's get to some more stuff. You might as well have called them the PBC fanboys. Exactly. Listen, I have never seen fans. When have you ever seen? I've been watching boxing a long time. I have never seen fans so pro promotional company, a pro management company. Oh, if you're not with this, we're with the PBC. We don't roll with you. I mean, that's crazy. I have never seen fans of boxing big up promotional companies. Never. I've never seen that. Never. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know, it's real crazy. So I've never seen that before. So, bro, so wait a minute. Ron Boy Fresh, what do you say? Wait a minute, you forgot Triple G getting paid because it's guaranteed $15 million per year now. Hey, you know what, Ron Boy Fresh, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot all about Triple G. No, sit over there. I forgot all about Triple G. I forgot all about him. So thank you so much for bringing that up. I forgot all about Triple G. See, the thing is, it's one thing to say certain things, right? But boy, when you come with the receipts and you can actually show, because all of this stuff is public information. This is not something that I have to get with the CIA with, and this is not Pentagon information, and I got to get the Secret Service and to try to get this information. This is public record, public information. A simple, you can hold on, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Kids. Anyways, man, yeah, man. So yeah, I forgot all about Triple G. I forgot all about Triple G, Ron Boy Fresh. I forgot all about him. Let's see, bro. Those Canelo bum fights did not outdo Spence pay-per-view. Canelo fought bums. Rocky Fielding, Caleb Smith, yada yada yada, yelling straight bronze. Brother, Mr. Hotel, Mintu Bar Hotel. Automatically know what time it is. Basically, I'm going to show you that your boy, Errol Spence, is not outselling Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is worth $150 million. Your boy, Errol Spence, is worth $8 million. I'm going to show you that your boy, Errol Spence, he did 360,000 pay-per-view buys, him and Mikey Garcia. Not him, him and Mikey Garcia. Then we're gonna do live gate and pay-per-view. I'm glad you brought that up. I promise you, bro, your feelings gonna be hurt. I get it. Black Power, Hotel, all that. I get all that. Your feelings are going to be hurt. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be hurt, bro. This is too easy for me. When I drop this live tomorrow, when I drop this nuclear bomb on all this PPC stuff, and what Errol getting and how he's outdoing Canelo Alvarez, your feelings are gonna be hurt. Now, it's two things going to happen. When I show you the facts, you either going to accept the facts and say you was wrong, which I seriously doubt, or you're going to suffer from confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is going to be because it doesn't confirm what you already want to believe. You're going to deny it, even though it's going to be facts. Even though I'm going to show you the receipts. Even though I'm going to go directly to the pay-per-view website. I'm going to show you the live gate. I'm going to go directly to these particular venues with these events, which are public records. I'm pretty sure when I show you this stuff and you see this live tomorrow, you are going to be in denial about it because it does not fit your narrative. I promise you that. Bruh, you are wrong. Now, did Canelo fight bums? Of course he did. Rocky Fielding is a bum. Caleb Smith was a champion. He didn't show up to fight. And the guy, Yildirim, was a straight bum. I agree with you on that. I am not denying that. That's not the argument of discussion. The discussion is Errol Spence is supposed to be this new cash cow bigger than Canelo Alvarez. This is false. Now, if you are saying that if you're saying that Errol Spence is big, if Errol Spence is a bigger star and he's making more money and he's out selling pay-per-view than Canelo Alvarez, if that's what you're saying, brother, you are either you may have drunk too much LDBC juice. And I'm saying that respectfully. All right, let's move on. Aram said T.O. and Devin would be a pay-per-view fight. Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, he did say that. I want to see what kind of numbers that do. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if Devin Haney is a draw, to be honest with you. You know, skill set wise, he's good. Is he a draw? I don't know. I know Tank Davis is. Tank Davis is a draw. Tank is a draw. You see what I'm saying? So financially, doesn't make sense for T.O. to fight Devin Haney. If I was T.O., fight Devin Haney, get that WBC belt from him if he can, or if Devin Haney can get the belt from Teofimo Lopez, that'll be good to see. I just want to see the fight happen. You know what I mean? But from a draw standpoint, I don't know. I don't know if Devin Haney is a draw like that yet. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, but let's see. And listen, Peter Von Ars, if we can see that fight, that'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be real great. So, how do you feel about taking Barrios? Bunny Badass, I don't like that fight at all. Tank, and I don't mean any disrespect from anyone in the Mexican community because I'm Latino. I'm Latino también. You know what I mean? You know, españolos en mi sangre. Pero I tired of seeing Tank fight slow, flat-footed Mexican fighters. I'm just being honest with you. Floyd Mayweather is doing matchmaking to his fullest right now. You know what I mean? But Tank moving up in weight, it's not like he's moving up and fighting Josh Taylor or Jose Ramirez. He's not fighting those guys. Or is he fighting Teofimo Lopez? He's fighting fights that he's going to be the favorite more than likely and that are winnable. I haven't seen any challenges really. You know what I mean? That's just me, to be honest with you. You know, and I like Tank. You know what I mean? But just like I want to see Terence Crawford fight better competition. You know what I mean? And that's my guy. But I want to see him fight better competition. But if the competition don't want to fight him, if they're saying that you're on the wrong side of the street and you got to get a belt and you ain't got no experience and you this and you that, then what can you do? You know what I mean? You got to fight somebody. So, you know, it is what it is. Halim, what's good, fam? What's going on with you? Let's see. What's going on? CH4LO. Let's see. What do you say, bro? Haney beat T.O. up when they sparred. That's why T.O. ducking Haney. He want to fight Kambosos. Who the F is he? Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know Kambosos. I know who he is, but he's really nobody, right? But I'm not saying that I don't want to see Haney not fight Teofimo Lopez. I want to see that fight. And if he beat Teofimo Lopez up in sparring, what does and I don't have any proof of that. You see what I'm saying? You are the first person I heard say that. No, that's a lie. I heard several people from the PBC fight, from the LDBC side say that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get Bill Haney on the show. You know what I mean? So I got to talk with my main man, H Money Boxing, to see can we make that happen. But I don't think Teofimo Lopez is ducking anybody. Teofimo fought Lomachenko. Lomachenko is to me was a damn top fighter, and he beat him easily. He dominated him in every form of fashion. You know what I mean? So Teofimo is a bad boy. I don't think Teofimo is ducking Devin Haney. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. I don't see him ducking Devin Haney at all. You know what I mean? So I'm just being honest with you. You know, I totally disagree with that Mentu Bar Hotel. And I'm just being I don't see Devin Haney. I don't see Teofimo ducking Devin Haney. You know, he's fighting Kambosos, you know, and a lot of times if he's fighting him, you know, it could be the business aspect of it. That doesn't mean he's afraid. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say Teofimo is afraid of Devin or Devin is afraid of Teofimo. You know what I mean? So let's see. Who else we got here? William, what's going on? Killer boy here from Scotland. You're right. You need the right dance partner in order to do big numbers. Check Spence numbers on the way down. Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. You know, if he just cash cow, why he did 250,000 pay-per-view buys with Danny Garcia. You went from 360 to 250. Like, make that make sense to me. That's 110,000 pay-per-view buy difference. Like, make that make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you need the right dance partner. It's always going to be what the people are willing to pay for, right? If there's a demand for you to fight because you're fighting the right dance partner, then guess what? The people are going to come out in droves, the body event, and pay for the numbers, and it's going to sell out. Like, apparently, Canelo Alvarez is fighting Billy Joe Saunders, right? Billy Joe's on May 8th. And guess what? So far, the sales are looking phenomenal with that fight because the people don't want to see Canelo fight Yildirim and Rocky Fielding. Those were bombs. I totally agree with you on that. Those were straight bombs. You see what I'm saying? But now he's fighting Billy Joe Saunders. You see what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders got that WBO super middleweight strap. So that's going to be a damn good fight. You see what I'm saying? So now he's fighting that guy. So it is what it is. And the numbers are reflecting that, that there's a demand for that fight. The people, which is the market, would dictate who they want you to see, fight. So let's go. pay-per-view fast becoming a thing of the past? Well, yeah, it depends. It depends. It depends on the thing is, this is a Wizard Sleeve. This is the thing. The reason why it's become a thing of the past is because we're not getting the fights that we want to get. When you have fighters talking about, I'm on this side of the street, you on that side of the street, and I'm Big Fish, and you worth $8 million, and the fighter who you're talking about worth $8 million, and you're doing 360,000 pay-per-view buys and 250,000 pay-per-view buys, the fans don't want to hear that. They want to see the best fight the best. So pay-per-view is driven by the level of competition. When the top fighters are fighting the top fighters, that's when pay-per-view will come back. When the top fighters are ducking, hiding behind management companies and promotional companies, this is why the demand has went down. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? Yo, coach. You know, how are you, bud? Oh, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, fam. Craig Fish, what do you say? The Big Fish has run out of fish food. If he don't face Crawford, his pay-per-view numbers are going to keep drowning. Yeah, keep dropping. You only go, yeah, what you said, you only got so many in-house fights before you run out. Yeah, and that's what happened. And that's what you might fight Porter again for the second time. That only did 300,000. Then he might fight Garcia again, which is he can do that. With PBC, they can just keep fighting each other. But how many times the fans gonna want to see that? Deontay Wilder is the perfect example. He kept fighting his in-house fighters. People got tired of it. Then when he fought Tyson Fury, everything changed. He ended up making more money fighting Tyson Fury the first fight, and then the second fight, both of them made I think $20 to $25 million a piece. You know what I mean? So, he wasn't going to make that fighting Dominique Brazil. He wasn't going to make that fighting any of those other guys, heavyweights that's with PBC. You see what I'm saying? You need the right dance partner. So when people say this guy did this, you make it seem like he did it by himself. He didn't do it by himself. He need the right dance partner. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, let's be real. The perfect example of that is my favorite fighter, Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, the fights he's had at welterweight have not been pay-per-view worthy. So his numbers suck, and that's just real. And that's my guy. It has nothing to do with his skill level, talent-wise, but when you're not fighting fighters who are telling you that you're on the other side of the street and you with the wrong company, and we're going to wait till you leave that company, then we can make the fight happen. But that company has fighters who fight with top ranked fighters all the time. That's, don't worry, bro. I got the titles right here. I promise you. When I come with the receipts, you guys are going to be shocked. I'm finna blow this whole narrative out of the water. I'm finna blow it out of the water. Boxing today is different than when it was when I was growing up. I'm 47. When I was growing up watching fights, you didn't hear this stuff. You didn't hear Mike Tyson say, you're on the other side of the street. Holyfield said, you're on the other side of the street. Roy Jones said, you're on the other side of the street. Hagler, Hearns, James Toney, who else? Nigel Benn, Larry Holmes, Ali. You didn't hear these fighters saying you're on the other side of the street. These new fighters, they're trying to beat Floyd Mayweather and all this stuff there. You're not Floyd Mayweather. You didn't generate $1 billion in your boxing career. You didn't fight the Hall of Famous Floyd Mayweather fought. You didn't fight when Floyd was you didn't Pernell Whitaker's, and you didn't fight like one of my other favorite fighters. You didn't fight the fighters Floyd Mayweather fought. You didn't come up in that era, the Sugar Shane Mosleys and the Oscar De La Hoyas. You see what I'm saying? And the Ricky Hattons, and you know what I mean, and the Arturo Gottis. You didn't fight these guys. You see what I'm saying? The Manny Pacquiaos. But you want to be Floyd Mayweather. You don't even have a resume nowhere near that. But you Big Fish. 250,000 pay-per-view buys is Big Fish. The bar has been set real low by the alphabet boys. And that's the problem. The bar has been set real low. You know what I mean? You ain't never heard this in the 80s growing up when Bob and Don was running things. Man, when Bob Arum and Don King was running fights, we got the fights. Now, people may say from a business standpoint, Bob Arum, my favorite middleweight was Marvin Hagler. You got these fights. Bob Arum and Don King didn't like each other, but they put together massive fights. They fighters fought each other all the time. But in today's era, with the PBC and the alphabet boys, you're on the wrong side of the street. Bro, I've never heard of this. But these casual boxing fans just coming into boxing and don't know nothing about the sport, this is the norm now. This is the reality now. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, this is Ron Boy Fresh, man. Bro, I wish I could give you 21 gun salute for you even saying this. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I need to screenshot this. Matter of fact, because I don't want to forget that. You know what I mean? Bro, you hit the nail right on the head, man. Bro, tomorrow, listen, Ron Boy Fresh, tomorrow, I'm finna blow their ass out of the water tomorrow, though. And because I'm fixing, I have to, fam. I have to. PBC not going here much longer. Fox is dumping them soon. No money for Heyman. I've been hearing that, but I haven't seen any. Like me, I don't like to go off rumors and innuendos. I like to see something tangible. If I can see something tangible to confirm that, then I'll see. But yeah, man. Yes, true. Salute, Don King. No fuss, just fights. Yeah, Don King and the Barbarian made some hell of a fights, man. They made some hell of a fights. Spence outselling Canelo. Come on, that's common sense. Who sells more? Not even the competition between the two. Man, listen, man, bro. It's some fanboys out there that really believe this stuff. That they don't do any research at all. They just take what the alphabet boys tell them and they run with it. Like literally. Like I said, well, damn, if Spence doing all of this, let me look up and see what Errol Spence's net worth is. And when I did a Google search, went to his Wikipedia page, his net worth is $8 million. I said, okay, I don't have $8 million, so okay, that ain't bad. I said, let me look up what Terence Crawford clearly must be broke or must be worth $500,000. I look up Terence Crawford, he's worth $8 million. So I say, big fish over here is worth $8 million. Little fish, according to them, is worth $8 million. How in the hell he's the cash cow? And then I was looking at his pay-per-view numbers. 360 was the most he did. Then he went from 360 to 300. Then he went from 300 to 250. I said, damn, he is regressing in pay-per-view sales. And he is the cash cow over Canelo. What is Canelo worth? Damn, Canelo worth $150 million and he's 30 years old? Oh, man, wait a minute. Where are they getting this stuff from? Confirmation bias. Oh, bro, it is what it is. But hey, man, listen, guys, I'm gonna give everybody a shout out, man. I'm gonna sign out right now, man. I gotta make a move, take my son to karate class. Killy Boy here, Scotland. Spence could not do 70,000 on the free gate. Now Spence is a good fighter, man, but it is what it is. Once again, why is Errol doing 50-50 splits? Meant to. Yeah, I mean, he did 50-50 split with Mikey Garcia. He did 50-50 split with Sean Porter, and he did 50-50 split with Danny Garcia. You see what I'm saying? If he the big fish is the man, the lion's share of the money. You can't be a big fish. You know, you're giving this guy 50, and then when it comes to this guy, wrong side of the street, get a belt, leave your promotional company. I'm the big fish. My number's better than yours. Now it's all this other stuff. Now, Errol Spence numbers were better than Sean Porter's, but he gave Sean Porter 50-50. So I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But it is what it is. But I pay for T.O. and Haney. Yeah, I pay for T.O. and Haney too. You know what I mean? I'm a big Haney fan as well. I really do. I like Devin Haney. I like him a lot. He haven't really, the same argument against Terence Crawford could be made against Devin Haney. He hasn't really fought anybody. You see what I'm saying? So, but Devin Haney wants the fights though. I will say this. I'm not going to say, Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. He ain't nobody. No, Devin Haney is a hell of a fighter. He wants those fights, but he can't get them for whatever reason because of the politics of boxing. You know what I mean? But what you say, Cambosis is mandatory. Yeah, he's the mandatory. Exactly. He's the mandatory. You know what I mean? So, what do you say, William? How he gets paid more money? Hank or Tank? Sorry, it's Haney. Haney or Tank? I don't understand what you're saying, but I think Tank makes more money than Haney. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he does. He's the bigger draw. New Media Today USA, big up from the UK. Yeah, big up, fam. All right, man. Listen, guys, I got to wrap this up, man. So let me go ahead and give everybody a shout out. You know how I do it. PBC is working out a deal with CBS. That's good. So Ronnie Boy Fresh, what do you say? Yeah, Ronnie Boy Fresh. Salute to you, fam. Tomorrow we're going live. Tomorrow, guys, at 3:00, same time. Chris, salute to you, fam. Timothy, salute to you, brother. Paul CX, salute to you, fam. Let's see. I'm going to shout out everybody. Bunny Badass, salute to you, fam. Thanks for the super chat. Dolomite. I love that. I love Dolomite. Rudy Ray Moore. Salute to you, fam. King Kong, salute to you, fam. Pac-Man is 42 now. Now that's legendary. Yep, absolutely. Ron Boy Fresh, well, salute to you, Bunny Badass. Salute. Peanut Von Ark, salute. Gusto, CB4. Salute to you, fam. Folo Bond, salute to you, fam. Peter Von Ark, salute. Eric Rosas, salute. King Kong, Diallo Huggy. Let's see. The best of the best, salute. Salute, fam, salute. What do you say? Notice there's never been one undisputed fighter on the PBC throughout the history of the PBC. Nobody. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I'm glad you put me up on that. It's cold in the wintertime. Salute. Let's see. King Kong is the beast. Salute. Let's go ahead and if you're new to the channel, guys, don't forget to subscribe. It's cold in the wintertime. Salute. Paul CX. Salute. King Kong. Salute. Let's see. NL. Salute. Craig Finch. Salute. Who else we got? Fotex. Salute. Fotex LAX. Salute. Rachel, what's going on, sis? How you doing? I think the PPC might be in the red with Wilder. He has high purses with low returns. Yeah, he does. He has high purses with low returns, whereas Spence has reasonable purses and turns out a profit. Spence is probably more valuable to the PPC. Yeah, you make a valuable point, a valid point, Rachel, because with Spence they don't have to pay him that much money, and he'll agree to get paid more in the back end, which will make him make like $4 million, $4 or $5 million, about $4.5 million. Something like that. And then once you like gross that kind of money between the IRS, the managers, promoters who PBC works with, that leaves you with about $2 million, something like that, a little less than that. So yeah, you make a valid point, Rachel. I didn't even think about that. Let's see. Other than that, man, I think that's it, man. Mateo, salute to you, fam. Ron Boy Fresh. In all fairness, Bud never fought an American on pay-per-view. Bud versus Porter would do over 200,000 pay-per-view buys. I believe so. And those are still poor numbers. Those are still poor numbers, but I believe so. I believe so. You make a valid point on Ron Boy Fresh. So Errol's the cash cow. Let's see. Mental Hotel. Salute to you, fam. Hey, watch the live tomorrow. I'm coming with some heat tomorrow. I'm finna break these numbers down for you. CH Farlow, salute. Halim, salute. And let's see, Chris, salute. Wizard Sleeve, salute. Desjardins, salute. Let's see, Eddie Val, salute. And I think that's it. I think I got everybody Stephen Maxwell, salute. I just want to make sure I have everybody. Diallo Huggy, salute, fam. Timothy Thomas, salute. William Hillam, salute. I want to make sure I get everybody before we go. I don't want to miss nobody. I think I got everybody. Other than that, guys, that's it, man. It's that boy, Coach Malachi Williams, signing out. And, man, I got love for everybody, man. 3 o'clock tomorrow, bro. I'm dropping that heat tomorrow, man. I promise y'all. Other than that, guys, that's it. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.